Hello, welcome to class. We'll be making this design today, and we need our Mako. I'm using 15 inches Mako. So what I did was I need to curve the tip. So I've already curved the other side. Let me show you how I curve it. Just let's work on this other side I have not cut. Measure like 1.5 or 2 inches. Just mark it straight so that it will guide you on your C curve. Then you just do like a C. Like a C, you understand? Or like you're writing letter D. Let's use the word letter D. So that's what I did in the other side. So let me just show you. Once you've got that shape, you just trim it out. Then it looks coffee. It looks coffee. Okay. So we get your heart wire. So I didn't really measure it, but I think it should be around 30 inches. You can just cut 30 inches. If there's any excess, you can cut it out. So I just insert it all through as same. Just insert it. You know you can pierce your Mako. So once you insert it, you give it that curve. Okay. You see, one side is already curvy. So you cut that off. I cannot find my heart wire. You just have to manage my scissors. So once you've done that, you go to the other side. You insert it like this, just going like you are doing a running stitch. So you just insert it like that. Then you bend it again. So the wire will help to make it bend and just stay well like that. So the edge, if there's any excess of heart wire, please cut it off and make sure it doesn't shook somebody's head. So just cut it off. You can use your gum to just hold them together, like hold it together with the Mako. So once that is done, I'm going to wrap it with your ashoke. Now I just have these pieces of ashoke, 36, that's 62. Let me say it's up to 85. Yes, 85 inches, because it's 2 yards and small. That's 2 yards and small. So it's almost up to, let me say 90. So you can just work with any fabric you have, just work with it. Mine is 90 inches. So once I have gotten that, I'll just wrap it like this. Just watch me. Please, when you are wrapping, make sure the edge are smooth. There should be no excess, okay? Alright, so once you've gotten what you want, to just apply your gum. Please be very careful with your gum work so that you don't make a rough job. You just place it like this, then you cut out. Hope you can see. So just use your gum to do this work. You can use your shoemaker gum if you don't have candle gum. You can use your shoemaker gum to do it. So we just start working on it neatly. Start wrapping it side by side. Start wrapping it side by side, applying your gum. Start applying it side by side, and as you're applying it, make sure it is smooth at the edge. You see that? Make sure it is smooth at the edge. You see that? Make sure it is smooth at the edge so that the band will come out fine. Alright, so we just keep doing that. So let me cut this out. So we'll just be using this we'll be using this one to make the wrap. So just keep wrapping. Just keep wrapping. Just look for a way to wrap it well. Wrap it in a way that the C curve will come out well. There should be no sharp edge. Okay, wrap it very well. So once you are done with one side, you still do the same thing with the other side. So the heart wire is helping us to maintain a coffee look. Okay. Please, when you are working at this point, you have to be careful so you don't overstain your job with gum. It's actually not easy. Some parts were stained. I had to start removing them. Okay, so same thing we did is what I'm still doing. Just trying to make sure it's firm. Okay. Yeah, so we just keep covering it and covering it and covering every part. So see the way I'm dragging it, because I really want it to curve very well. I mean, I want the edge to be smooth. I don't want any rough part at the edge, you see, very smooth. So once I'm done, I'll just look for a way to insert all these things very well. My hand is so sticky, so I had to use my machine oil so that those candle wax will not rest on my hand. It's making the job difficult. So when you are working with this, you can always apply an oily substance in your hand to not make the gum to stick. So as the gum is sticking to your fabric or to your hand, you can easily remove it. Do you understand? So now we are done. We are almost done with the wrapping. You know, this is more of gum work now. You're not using any machine to do anything. It's more of your gum. So I'll be using this tiny elastic, and I'll be taking like 8. You can use knife, you can use 10, depending on how you want it to be. So I used 8 inches. I use 8 inches. If you don't want it to be so, if you want it to just relax on your head, please use 10. Okay, use 10. So I'll just, because you still pull it inside a bit, you're still going to pull some inside, so I advise you use 10. Okay, so I'm just going to use my gum to hold it, and I will not rely on my gum. I will still use needle and thread to really tack it. You know, that place will be a place that you keep stretching, so you don't want it to disgrace you outside. If not, then it will just pull and give you one hit mark or like a slap. So you don't want that. So you have to use your needle and thread to tack the fabric and the thread together. So you do that for the two, and it will be very firm. Maybe you can see, very firm and very beautiful. So that remaining parts, I don't have a blue bias, but I can use the black. So I'll be using the black bias to just cover the center. I'll be opening the bias. You know, bias is folded, right? So I'll be opening the bias so that it will be wide enough for me to cover the center. So that's just what I'm doing. So just watch me. So I'm just going to use it to cover it as seen. And just make sure you do it very neat, okay? Try to do it very neat. The oil is helpful. My hands are no longer sticky. Just keep applying the oil. Here. So it's already looking very fine. The base is fine. You see how coffee it is already. So the base is ready. It's ready. Just trying to remove the gum. Okay. There's a part I still want to cover. Just need a little bias to do that. Yeah. So that's that. That is that. Alright, so we are done with the base. Now let's go to the design. I'll be using the remaining fabric for the design. No matter the inches, I'm just going to use it. And I'll be using my crinoline for my inserts. So you can just budget 3 yards of crinoline for this job. Okay, so I'll be folding it like this. Fold the crinoline together, and I'll just use my gum to seal it up. Remember, I told you this job doesn't need machine or anything. It doesn't need machine, so you just insert your crinoline and fold into 2 as seen. So you just neatly apply your gum and seal it up. Neatly apply your gum and seal it up. You just do this all through down. Just do this all through down and down and down. I just work with the remaining fabric, so just